Welcome to my list Fairy. Today we're going to do another tier list, and today I wanted to do a waifu tier list. Now if you don't know what a waifu is the Japanese pronunciation of wife, and basically it's a term used to analyze how much a character is wife material, basically. It's mostly used in anime, but you can see it being used in games as well. And you might be wondering, why are you doing a waifu list? You don't even like girls that way. And you're right, I don't, but I can still do it, because it's my channel. So the few criteria I've used to actually set up this tier list, I'm gonna link the tier list on the description if you wanna use it for a video. I've used main characters, or very important secondary characters, from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I did not include all Zelda games, because I don't have all day to do this. Only characters that are obviously and canonically over 18. So for example, Riju is not on this list, because based on my research, she is around 17 in Tears of the Kingdom, so we're not gonna go there. And the tiers are quite simple. We have I do, which is yes, waifu material, amazing. Cold feet, which is maybe, but there are some red flags. And then I don't, which is just no, not for me. Also, there will be Tears of the Kingdom spoilers in this video. If you haven't finished the main quest, do not watch. Also, the things I'm going to be taking into consideration when ranking these characters is going to be how pretty I think they are, because that's important, let's be honest. Personality and overall quality of life that they would provide as a wife. So our first girl here is Paya. Now Paya is beautiful. Paya has a career now, she's chief. She has a lot on her plate. She does lack a little self-confidence, like she's always second-guessing herself. However, I do think that's something that the game is actively working on. Like from where she was in Breath of the Wild to where she is in Tears of the Kingdom, there has been growth. So honestly, I think she'd be great. Like, you might not get a lot of time with her all the time because of her new duties, but still, like, she works where she lives, so it's not like she's gonna be gone, you know? Impa's doing that kind of stuff now. So yeah, Paya, I do. Speaking of Impa, I have her here. Now you can say, well, Impa's really old, why would you marry Impa? We can't judge Impa's age without judging, like, Mipha's age. So, like, we have to be fair here. She just looks her age, as opposed to some other characters, like Purah as well. But yeah, as I was saying, Impa would not make a good wife, I don't think, at this stage of her life. I think, no, back in the day, like Age of Calamity, like amazing. But were we to marry her now? No. She's just out and about doing, I don't know what, in her balloon, looking for things. Now that she's not chief anymore, she doesn't really have roots in Kakariko. Like, she kind of goes back to Kakariko after a while in Tears of the Kingdom, but she's not settled, if that makes sense. And I don't know, I think she, unlike other characters that are old but have longer lives because of their race, I feel like Impa is like knocking on heaven's door. So I'm gonna say I don't. I love Impa, but this isn't about loving people as characters, this is about being wife material, and I just, not at this stage of her life. Now, Minaru. Minaru is quite amazing. I think she's pretty. I think if you're looking at like beauty standards in the Zonai race, I think she probably passes as someone who's extremely pretty. She's very kind, she's wise, a little on the quiet side for me. And I don't know about the whole spirit thing, because let's be honest, let's say you marry Minaru, right? Something happens, she dies. Is her spirit just gonna be like haunting you for eternity? Like preventing you from moving on? It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, but I don't know. I feel like she's a little in the middle for me. Like, it wouldn't be like certain I do. It would take me some questioning, I think. So I'm gonna go on cold feet. I feel like if we knew more about her, maybe I'd be able to make that decision a bit easier, but based on what we got, it's a maybe. Now here's a controversial one, Yona. Yona is very sweet, she's supportive, she seems to be very, like a very good person to have next to you. I do find her extremely ugly though. I'm sorry, I think the character design is really ugly. I don't know if that was on purpose, to show that Sidon can look beyond looks, but I just find her so off-putting to look at. I'm gonna put her on cold feet because I do feel like Even people that you're not attracted to, if you get to know them and you love who they are, it can grow. So I'm gonna put her on cold feet. Next is Mipha. Mipha's an interesting one. She's gorgeous, you know, as for a fish. She's also very loving and nurturing. You can see that she would go all the way for the person she loves. She would be very like present and caring, like probably an amazing housewife if she decided like not to be a champion anymore. Of course, I'm pretending that she's alive here, by the way. I'm not talking about her corpse. The only thing with Mipha is that she's horrible at communication. And I feel like communicating in a relationship is essential. If you can't tell your partner what you're feeling, the relationship will crumble. We saw this in Breath of the Wild. She died without telling Link that she loved him. Like, they had plenty of opportunity. Like, they hung out. So I'm gonna have to put her on cold feet just because of that. I think other than that, she like hits all the criterias, honestly. Well, other than that and the fact that she's a fish, but still. Now, Urbosa. This is gonna be very controversial. For myself, Urbosa is possibly my favorite character as far as Breath of the Wild, like the Breath of the Wild universe goes, like Age of Calamity, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. But I don't know if she would make a good wife. I feel like she has too much purpose in her life to settle down, if that makes sense. Again, let's pretend that she's alive, like we did with Mipha. But I don't know. I feel like she'd be a great person to have a relationship with. But marriage, I don't see it. Maybe I'm being close-minded. Because obviously the Gerudo women, they can do both quite well. Like, they can be warriors and they can be wives, and they do that quite beautifully. But Urbosa to me is a bit too much of a free spirit, and I feel like I would be kind of holding her back. Am I overthinking this? Yes. But yeah, she's my favorite character. She's gorgeous, but it's an I don't. I don't think she's that kind of character, if that makes sense. Now, Purah. She had like the most amazing glow up in this game. She is gorgeous, she is intelligent, she's dedicated. Would she focus a bit too much on her career? Possibly. But if you just get in there with her, like if you do it with her, it can be quite a fun like power couple dynamic. If you're into the same type of things that she's into. So I think Purah is an I do. I feel like she could do career and house life quite well, and I don't think she's as wild of a spirit as, let's say, Urbosa. So I'm gonna put her on I do. Now I've added the great fairies here, just because I thought I should. Like, it felt wrong not having at least one of them here. I know that they're separate entities, like they're different characters with different names, but I'm putting them all in one thing here because as far as the things I'm going to be analyzing, they all are very similar. And to me, I don't. I think they're pretty enough, but let's be honest, they're very aggressive. And they don't really move much, you know? They're kind of secluded to that little area. That's not fun. That's no way to live life. So no, I don't. Next, we have Queen Sonia. Queen Sonia, to me, she's quite amazing. Of course, we don't see that much of her, but we know she is a wife, canonically speaking, and she seems to be very good at it. Like, they seem to, like, her and Rauru seem to be very happy and very healthy as a couple. They really, like, bounce off of each other and they respect each other. Probably the healthiest relationship we've been introduced to in the game so far. So, definitely I do. I think she's beautiful, she's strong, she's a companion, like, she's there for you, she's respectful, she's kind. Like, I can't think of a single negative about Queen Sonia, honestly. I do for sure. Last but not least, we have Zelda. Now, this is the thing. I love Zelda. I have to think about how much time she would have for a relationship, realistically speaking. She's always doing research, she's always wanting to find out more about things, and that could be distracting, I suppose, if she prioritizes that over a relationship. However, I'm not gonna give like the big spoiler of Tears of the Kingdom here. I did warn you that there would be spoilers, but I'm not gonna mention like the spoiler, just in case like you came in here and I don't know, you decided not to listen to the spoiler warning. But I think Zelda over time has proven in Breath of the Wild and in Tears of the Kingdom that she will do anything and everything for the person she loves. Like the most ultimate sacrifice you can think of, she will do. So when I think about that aspect that we have seen on screen, I feel like that trumps any like, oh, she might not have enough time for you kind of thing, because when it matters, she's gonna show up. And also she's gorgeous and sweet and amazing, and I do. There's no question, really. Alright, so this is my tier list of waifus in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Like I said before, I'm gonna link the tier list on the description if you want to use it on the video. I don't mind. And let me know in the comments if you agree with my rankings. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.